Look at that. G'day. I thought I'd take the time to share my basic settings, and I say basic because there's nothing special about them. They're the ones that I've used. I've tuned in on some deeper targets, and I definitely know that I've increased my chance of finding gold with these settings. I shared them last year with one of the guys that I was detecting with, and he said he was having a lot more luck. I'm sure there's better settings out there used by professionals, but these are working for me, and they're the last 3 years fine tuning. And when I'm out there again this year, 2015, when I do get one of those deep signals, I'm going to be resetting my machine just to show you the difference. So I hope these settings help you find a bit more gold. The station is about helping people to find gold. Even though I don't give up my secret spots, I'm all about helping people set their detectors up and helping them at least get out there and stand a chance of finding ground and gold. So let's go through some of these settings and we'll see what I use. I'm using the MineLab GPX4500. The guy that I supplied those settings with last year, he was using the GPX5000. So they seem to be similar settings for both machines. I've just got the machine hooked up just here to a battery, no speaker or anything. I don't think we need to hear anything. So here at the front of the machine where your coil plugs in, it's very important to have that nice and secure, nice and tight. And your coil lead, you don't want that flopping around either. You want to leave just a little bit of slack there at the end so you can adjust your coil itself. Other than that, keep it nice and tight against the shaft and secure there in that point. So what I've been using is there on search mode. You can see that I'm running in general. I'm running in enhance. I run in tracking. And of course I'm using a mono coil, so I'm in mono. And the threshold there is set around about midday, 12 o'clock. So that's the front. Another thing you might want to remember is to keep an eye on the front control panel. Sometimes those switches can get bumped. I've actually seen a couple of guys walking around in cancel mode. One was for 3 days, and you're not going to find too much gold. So it doesn't hurt to keep an eye each morning, even after lunch. Have a bit of a look at those controls. Make sure everything's where it should be. Pretty important. Get him turned on. What have we got there at the back? Yeah, nothing. Once again, make sure your power lead is nice and secure too. You want everything nice and tight. So for this, we're going to turn the backlight on so we can see what we're doing. So normally I would have my backlight off because I only detect during the day. I've tried at night, I couldn't really get any difference, so I'm just going to stick to the daytime detecting, but nice and early in the cool of the morning. So backlight is normally off. Battery test, well that's pretty standard. Now volume limit, why not have your volumes cranked right up? That will actually go higher, right up to 20. 17 was working for me, so I was happy with that. GB type general, special extra, manual tune 125. Well, I like to run around the 120. I don't usually use the auto tune that much. I'll tend to try and tune the machine as best I can on that manual tune. And like I say, I keep it around that 120, 125 area. What do we have there? So manual tune, yeah. General, very slow. RX gain I had on 11. Once again, that will go right up to about 15. That's maxed out now at 15. 11's working for me. Sometimes I'll crank it up to 12. If you were in really benign soil, you could have that cranked right up to 15. But it's fairly mineralised in Western Australia, so I tend to just so I don't go mad with an irregular noise, so that it's somewhere in the middle. 11 seems to work for me. Audio normal, audio tone 49, I think factory preset's 50. So I don't know why it's on 49, it's neither here nor there. That, keep it around factory preset somewhere, I'm sure. Stabilizer 9, so if I've got my RX gain on 11, I tend to keep the stabilizer normally around about 2 below what I've got the RX gain on. So 11 RX gain, 9 for the stabilizer. If I crank her up, the RX gain to 12, I'll also crank the stabilizer up to 10. Signal 20, that's as high as that'll go. Target volume 20, that's as high as that'll go. Response normal. Tracking medium. Iron reject, I don't use it. I believe gold can sit under pieces of tin. I've done that before, dug the tin out and then got the nugget, so that's as far as we go. That's iron reject, which I don't use, so I don't really worry about that. So they are the basic settings that I use each year, and I look forward to getting out there this year and playing with it even more, in the sense that I'm going to reset it right back to factory settings like I said before, and go through the whole process again. Check with different coils, see if a 14 inch will pick up a target that I've detected with the 17 inch. The more information and knowledge you've got about the machine you're using and its capabilities and its limits, the better. You really need to just get to know your machine, pick 1 or 2 coils, really know what you're hearing, and then of course from there on it's just a bit of research, low and slow, and check every little noise. Every gold signal can be different. So I hope some of this helps you find a bit more gold, because there's not a great deal of surface gold left. And even though you can come across some good patches, a lot of it is going to be those fainter, deeper signals that you're going to detect. From time to time, some of the comments that come through, and we appreciate all comments, especially the helpful tips, sometimes there's no reply option. I don't know if that's because it's a linked comment or because the reply button has been deactivated, but it is very difficult to respond to comments and questions when that's the case. So it's never ignorance. Also, while I'm away from, it's usually April, May, June, July, August, September. Sometimes it varies, but they're the 6 months. I don't take the internet with me, so I am offline for those months while I'm out there trying to make some videos and find some gold and have an adventure. So once again, as soon as I get back, I do try and catch up. I wish you all the best in 2015. Who knows, might even see you out there. I'm pretty hard to miss in that big white truck. See you in around September, October. Thanks for subscribing. Great comments. Thanks for all the helpful tips. See you soon.